Hi, the internet and QuickTime have been mean to me in the past few minutes, so let's hope I can get through this really quickly. Sorry, this is okay, we're still recording. So sorry. Just wanted to show you those three things on Blackboard, like I said. First of all, our discussions. I am pretty sure that 45 out of the 100 points for this class are focused on the discussion board. And as you can see here, there are many posts that are already here, and I have replied to some of the introductions, not most of them, but I have replied to all of your questions. So if you could just hit me back to acknowledge that you read the reply, then you get an extra point. And by that, I simply mean you can link on the name of the discussion. And for example, click on the question. Here is the question and answer for Carice. Carrie, I believe you go by, or that could be someone in the other section. Forgive me if I got your name wrong. And then you just reply to this and say, thanks. You can ask a follow-up question, whatever you want to do. So that is discussions. The other important thing to know is the quizzes are all multi opportunity. I'm pretty sure with the syllabus quiz that you can take it multiple times. And when you click on the syllabus quiz, this link isn't working. If you click on the video for the syllabus and schedule, and again, the internet is being mean to me and going super slow. Like I have dial-up. I need to call AT&T, but I hate doing that. When you click on the Getting Started Syllabus Quiz Embedded in Video link, it will start playing a TechSmith Relay video for you that has questions pop up through the course of the video, and those questions have to do with the interdisciplinary nature of the class. Most of the quizzes are not going to be in TechSmith Relay videos because TechSmith Relay causes more of a headache than it's worth. So, for example, we have makers right here, and notice there are some important things about this quiz. The test can be saved and resumed later. The test allows multiple attempts. That means if you want to look at the quiz before you watch the video or before you do a reading for future classes, you're more than welcome to do that. I can sometimes I can tell how many attempts you did, but I don't particularly care and I don't always check. Now, with this particular, I believe the answer is washing machine, but you might put washer, and Blackboard will tell you that's wrong. Of course, that isn't wrong, but just save the right answer. So if I ask you the same question on the first exam, you'll have the answer and you'll know that it's supposed to be washer rather than washing machine or vice versa. But generally when Blackboard makes those picky mistakes or those picky choices, shall I say, it doesn't matter on the quizzes because they're not worth points. They're for you to learn. So you could, for example, watch a quiz, take a quiz, kind of get some ideas in your head of what you want to learn as you focus on the video or the reading. Do the reading or video, and you'll do it more actively because you have some questions in mind, and then go back and do it again so that you are sure to remember the important information. Now, the only reason it's important that Judy Blume, who's a famous child writer for children and young adults, put her college diploma over her washing machine is because in her lifetime, women with college degrees went to college to get what was called an MRS degree. So the other questions are more important, like Ruth Simmons is a more important person, Betty Friedan is important, etc. But I'm going to make this video way too long if I go over the quizzes. So long story short, use the quizzes to your benefit to help you study and learn the material. Then the discussions, of course, are a much better way to learn the material because they're social, they're interactive, and you are writing and you are creating knowledge. The third thing about the class that I wanted to remind you is that and by the way, when you do the whole quiz and answer all the questions, you submit and then you click OK down here and it will give you feedback and the correct answers. The feedback is what explains why these questions are important. So back to, let's look at, I really want to leave Blackboard. You should trust me when I click. If we look at the lesson that is coming up next, for example, what is transgender? I have a few clips from a contemporary show called Euphoria, and Zendaya is in the show, and my kids really love Zendaya because they somehow magically can recognize other people who are biracial. Even if the other people are half Asian and half white, somehow the kids all know each other. So there are other links that just have some popular culture information about people with a transgender identity. And these are just various ways for you to learn and get some ideas. This is a video about Films on Demand, which is where we can look at Katie Couric's Gender Revolution. When you log in, you generally have to put in your username, which is the beginning of your email ID, and then your email password. Let me double check and make sure that's right. Okay, let me check once more time. I know this is really riveting watching me type. Sorry about that. So I logged in with my email, the beginning of my email, and see it's working. Then the tricky part though is that looking at all of the clips, you sometimes have to go through the library to Films on Demand if you don't want to watch the whole video. And then a story. So basically we'll have a reading, we'll have a quiz, we'll have a video, we'll have various things that you can use to understand the week's topic, and there's always at least one discussion a week. So usually discussions are worth the most points, meaning 3 to 5 points, which is pretty good. If it's a 5-point discussion, that's 1/20th of your grade, 5% of your grade. So last thing is your discussions, your questions for me were great. I enjoyed getting to know each of you a little bit and talking to you and seeing your pictures. I wanted to, because some of you had dogs in your pictures, I wanted to show you one of my dogs, just for something fun for the end of this video. Oh, this is Facebook, so it's not big enough. But anyway, that was the dog going through the snow. She loves the snow. Okay, that's my child. Look at that happy, happy dog. She loves the snow so much. My other dog hates the snow. But I just wanted to show you something fun. So,
Get all the way on it!
I'm going to sign off for now. Have a great day.